Part 2 of our riveting interview with entrepreneur, sports administrator, academic and Olympian Dr. Chris Stokes. Life lessons from finance to family to the future. I'm Archibald Gordon. This is Profile. Welcome back to Profile. Now, when we ended the last show, we were talking about that Olympic crash. This is in 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. Yes. Jamaica takes part in the bobsled. No one expected anything, but this was a phenomenon at the time, and still a phenomenon now in many respects. Yes. And you thought that moment was in a sense a failure, but it was not. How so?
Well, based on how we are taught, it was a failure. You did not do what you set out there to do. But you learn in life, after repeated experience, that these so-called failures are actually a platform, a source of energy, a source of propulsion to take you to the next level. Not that I will show you, not in that sense,
yes,
but in the sense that, and people don't understand this well, success is dangerous, more dangerous than failure, because it cools you, it makes you more ambitious, it takes the fire out of your gut. And there's no way to live well without fire in your belly. So, and think about this. There was a real danger that we would have finished the race, would have been very popular, would have done what we set out to do, and would have gone home. We would not have come back in 92, would have not have come back in 94 to have our best finish ever in the Olympic Games, including beating Italy and the US and Sweden.
And Russia.
And Russia, right? There may not be a program today. So I say to people, don't ask me to call it failure. You understand what I'm saying? I can't name it that, right? I have to name it an experience that caused us, that propelled us to the next step, right? And it's part of a general theme that I've learned in my life, which I learned from my mother very early, because she got pregnant with me in Turks and Caicos, was another story. She was sick and had to come to Jamaica, so I was born in Jamaica, right? If I were born in Turks, and I had an illness that if I were born in Turks and Caicos, I would have died. That is commonly accepted. But her illness served a purpose. Her being sick served a purpose.
Is the reason why she came back.
Right, but you don't know. You don't know then. And you have to have some faith that this thing, which some people may say, oh, you failed, serves a purpose. So your only question is, what purpose does it serve?
In fact, in your life, it served a myriad of different purposes.
A myriad of different purposes.
Including at representing Jamaica at the international level, in that very sport, in determining the rules of that sport in different kinds of ways.
Yes, in determining the rules. So without having crashed, there would not have been a cool runnings. The big part of cool runnings that the team crashed at the end, right? And we kept going. At the time of, there was an 800% increase in followership and popularity of bobsleigh post-Jamaica bobsleigh.
And people were concerned at a point that this might be
that bobsleigh is dying on the vine. It's not going anywhere. So we didn't know if it would be in 92 or 94. But Jamaica bobsleigh changed that. So to this day, when I walk into any one of us,
no snow.
In that country, no. Any one of us walk into the halls of power of international bobsleigh, we are respected. Because we cast a lifeline to the sport to make it a global sport and paid it the honor of becoming very good at it. Becoming very, 10th place finishes in the Olympic Games heats, multiple world push championships, start record in the 2002 games, being part of the first, having a female team, playing a part in gender equality, playing a part in participating in monobob. So we are inextricably linked to the sport of bobsleigh at the international level. And we have conducted ourselves in such a way that we actually have a seat at the decision-making table at the international body. The Congress, which is the rules-making body, will be in next June is in Lausanne. After that, it will be right here in Jamaica. And this is important. It's a sport that is alien to us, but Jamaica has made it and ensured that it remains a global sport. And I think it's important, too, that we not be told to shut up and push, that we people engage us about what do you think about the rules, what do you think about the qualification process. One of the things in the games, for example, they have the Jamaica rule, which is that you have to compete on a basic thing, 5 tracks, you have to do 5 races on 3 different tracks over 2 years to qualify, basically.
Yes.
Right? You can't just show up like we did. I call that the Jamaica rule. But so we are very much at the table, and being at that table means that we are invited to other international bodies to support different commissions in the Olympic movement generally. And we play that part with honors as service to our country.
No, you mentioned one thing earlier that I want to jump off on, the point of gender equality.
Yes.
Because now we're not just also talking about men who are participating in this event, but women as well.
Yes. So let me talk about that for one minute. When I started in bobsleigh, it was a lily white male sport. All right? Jamaica was the first all-black team. I have lived to see where last Olympic Games, there is an all-black women's team. The bronze medalist in the two-woman event was an all-black team. The German silver medalist is a black woman. And I believe, and it's been confirmed to me, that our participation, our standing up and claiming, opened the door to say, yeah, I'm black and I'm in bobsleigh. What? And it became all right, and it opened up, and that was, of course, supported by movements and people. Yeah,
I have a place.
I have a place. I have a place, and it became much more open. And we the truth of the matter is that our women's team, Cara Russell, who had a very difficult season last year, but did through injury, did particularly well the year before. Jasmine Felenta, Audra Segri, Sade, who came on board this year. The truth is our women's team in the last quad has been doing better than our male team. In our administration is heavily women-based. I mean, Darcy Parkins, who essentially runs the program, Natalia Stokes, Kathleen Poluto, and we're getting more on the coaching side. So we are not on an agenda for gender equality. We're on an agenda to do the best we can, and our female athletes are the best that we can produce now. So they have earned their place. Nobody has given them we need some women. They've earned their place. That's how I think about it, both in the administration and in the sport. And I think it's very, very important. People of color, women, and women of color.
Yes.
A very powerful impact on bobsleigh and on sports that I didn't even know we were impacting. But people are looking and
people are looking on and saying, wow.
Yeah. Let me have my Jamaica bobsleigh moment. And it may have nothing to do with sport, maybe in business.
And on that point about business, we actually have to take the break now. So I'm going to go to the break, because after the break, I want to talk about the world of finance, because that's where he did, 3 degrees, including a PhD. But in particular, I want to talk a little bit about that financial crash of the 1990s and the experience then. So stick around. Profile returns right after this break.